with a comprehensive lighting framework that serves as a connective tissue of accessibility throughout the city. Their solution description is, we propose creating a network of scalable light installations with a unifying theme of repurposing inactive zones to create a vibrant, playful pathway between the most popular attractions in Chicago. Take it away.
I'll pass on that. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
I was given a really loud voice, so rare times do I get to actually use it. My name's Zach, and I'm with Team E, and we had the absolute honor of working with light throughout the entire city. So the problem had to do with safety, and also bringing tourists in by using that light and providing safety by using that light. We were given a chunk of the city, literally a cross-section of the city at Wells and Wacker. This provided an area where the L went over the top, the road was in the middle, and we got the river walk at the bottom. So literally a cross-section of the city, for those of you around here can see our wonderful little model here. So what we wanted to do was we wanted to find a way that was an entertaining way to provide safety to the residents and tourists. Now, that may be kind of a tricky problem, and it was. Some of us around here may look really tired and exhausted, and that's because we actually tackled the problem and I think we won.
And also, like, for a lot of us too, like, we tend to feel relatively like comfortable after work commuting to like transportations, the bus stops. I mean, they are expressed in Union Station and other parts of the neighborhoods. But there's this strange thing, you know, where there's this familiar, and what happens is we like go on autopilot. So what happens is the scary part, or the sense of security disappears, is when we don't have that sort of visibility. We don't know what will happen. We don't have control of the situation. And you know, even when we were going around the riverwalk, like, wow, it's beautiful, we were really surprised to see down at the bottom by the stairs that that's probably not a place you want to go when there's a lot of people hiding in the dark corners. That isn't very visible.
So what we did is we created the Sheen of Light. Sheen stands for the safe, helpful, engaging, entertaining network of light for Chicago. Kind of like acronyms. All right, so the goal here is that it's a three-pronged process. One is that using the L as a natural structure, or not natural, but as a structure around the city and emphasizing the use of architecture that's already there. By putting a display on the bottom of the L, or the bottom of even lower Wacker, because this could be applied to that as well. And every time the train passes, you know what would be really awesome to see? Is just a flock of birds following that train. Or a geometric pattern flying out and zooming down the tracks. And so we wanted to lighten up the areas where the L was by using that existing architecture. The second prong is the walkways. Now, some of the areas in between some of our key points, the key points of the city, aren't the most lit and engaging areas. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to provide a safe, interesting walkway, and a concept for that was having the walkways light up as you walk and walk ahead of you. So if you know where you're going, let's say you're going to this destination, let's say it's the Sears Tower, or Willis Tower, excuse me. As you walk, it knows where you're going, and it leads you on your path. And the final prong, to wrap up, is the riverfront. We want an engaging place for everyone to feel welcome. And there's two bits of that. One is a digital painting surface for everyone to engage in. And the second area, or excuse me, the second of three is a gaming area using light. Now that could be Pong, that could be soccer, motion sensors in the ground. Interactive things. And finally, projections for, again, community sourced, which is the first one as well. Community sourced art to be projected on the river and shown all throughout the city. So again, bringing safety, bringing engagement, bringing tourists and residents everything they need with just light.
Leveraging existing infrastructure is always a good thing, I guess. Traditionally, I actually like the under the rail flock of birds. For those of you that went through O'Hare, the underground passway with the neon lights between concourse B and C. that doesn't really reflect anything, and it's just beautiful and it's inviting, but this has actually some information. It's about when the train's going or where it's going, what direction it's going. So there's a little bit more meaningfulness here, which I appreciate a lot.
And just to like build off that,
Yeah.
one thing is for everyone that goes down Wabash and all those parts, they actually all shut down around like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And there's this discomfort of no activity. And the idea of like having continuous activity through the trains passing through ahead of you is to like bring that sort of comfort that it's still okay, this is still a place that, you know, you are welcome to walk through. And it actually does allow when you have it like that.
It's amazing how quickly, if you're on Michigan Avenue, it's very active, but once you go 1 block or 2 blocks away and leaving, it's completely different. How are you gonna fund this? How does this get funded? Is that tomorrow?
Well,
Yeah,
That's
right.
tomorrow.
The next one.
we were working with conceptual ideas, and the other thing is that these are all lights, and one of the big things that we have is LEDs now. LEDs are extremely cheap and extremely energy efficient. So if this was just 30 rows of LEDs, you know, I could fund that.
There's your answer. Zach's gonna fund it. There you go. Zach's
Can the trains generate any energy?
Potentially, that was one of the things we were talking about. That there was somebody who developed a small wind turbine
Yeah.
that would be powered by the motion and the air movement created by the train. So yes, potentially
So we
created.
have wind in Chicago,
Yep.
we got water in the...
Yep, it is the Windy City. Maybe we should utilize that.
Congratulations.
Woo!
Thank you.